The parent survey.
Yes.
So we haven't actually sent this out ever before, um, but we felt the need to have a survey. So I looked online and used some of the questions from the website, and then added a couple of questions that were more specific to our school. So I wanted to focus on a couple of things specifically that spoke to our SAS scores and our TIFI scores. Um, that was, are are parents aware of the components of PBIS and the acknowledgement systems, and what's, do they have an understanding of that, and also the climate of the school, how do they feel about the climate. So I didn't want to make it too long, but I wanted to get, some of those questions were really good questions and important questions from the PBIS website, but then I wanted to tailor it more to our school.
Okay, thank you. You're using social media, the Facebook, but then you also send your newsletter out. You send it out via what platform, or what do you use
Right.
to get your newsletter out?
So the platform is called MailChimp, and it's an email platform, and there's a template, and you fill in the template and you add all of the emails to whoever you want to send it to. Different, if you have specific groups, I have a parent group and a teacher group, and it's very easy, user friendly, quick. Once you have your template, you can just click and drag things into it, and I send it out every Friday.
And you had a chart there that showed there was an increase. How did you know there was an increase in participants
Right,
reading it?
that's a great question. So Mailchimp is it's a beautiful platform. It has a section where you can go in and click on reports, and it keeps track of all that for you, just like Facebook keeps track of everything. Mailchimp does too. It keeps track of the number of times parents open the email, and open and click on specific things within the email. So number of clicks, number of opens, how many people it's reached. It's really pretty cool.
It's a great, great resource. It sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
On the little video that short video that we showed on the brain talk, um, you, that was a parent volunteer giving that presentation.
Right. So every MailChimp, every week, I try to highlight part of the school or something unusual happening within the school so that parents feel connected, and it sort of gives them a little window into what we're doing here so they can feel connected and feel like they're part of the day. And I specifically I try to look for things that I really want to increase their knowledge of. And one of the things I wanted to do with that one was to show that parents are welcome and they're necessary, and we want their expertise in the school. And so that was, I knew she was in there, and I knew she was giving a talk, and I thought, what better way to do that than to show an actual parent coming in, sharing their expertise with the class, in hopes that that would increase, and it did.
So how do you go about getting more parents to do that?
I think yeah, that's a great question. When parents see other parents doing it, they know that there's a comfort level and that they're welcome. Parents don't always feel welcome within the school. They we have big stop signs at the door, check in, which I understand, but it doesn't make you feel like you can actually come in. So just making sure that they have opportunities, and then showing those opportunities to other parents, that sparks an interest. They might think, oh, I have something I can share. I could contact my teacher and say, I know you do a unit on whatever, and I actually do that for a job. I could, if you want, I could come in, and teachers love that.
How has your open house changed in the last couple of years?
Our open house has changed dramatically. We have a lot more parents that come, and we have it's just it's a very welcoming feeling. It's very joyous. It's not. We decided to get away from presentations at open house. It felt very formal that way, and so we tried to make it much more relaxed and a celebration of the school. We have it early on in the school, so there's often not a lot of real kid work necessarily to look at, but a real time to show off the building and get parents in here and have relaxed conversations with teachers.
Can you think of any other questions you want me to ask you?
Yeah, I just
I'm looking at my notes here.
yeah, it's interesting. When I was filling out the application for Exemplar School, it's something that popped out at me. I didn't initially think there, some things happened in school, and we had an increase in volunteers, and we had an increase. I noticed these things. I noticed the feeling of the school. People were commenting on it. There were a lot more parents coming to in-school events during the day, which I thought was amazing because people are working. So they were taking time off of work to come here. And I started to ask the question, why? Why did this happen? How did this happen, and why did it happen? And so I started digging a little deeper and started looking at the things that we had changed or that we had done differently over the course of the year. And it all started when, I had a couple of parents say to me, I don't even know who you are. I don't even know who the principal is. I don't know what you do here. And so I thought, well, that's funny. I try to get out there, but apparently people are really drawn to social media, and that's where they look. And so I said, all right, I'll just start posting videos, and you can get a sense of what's happening here. And since it's weekly and it's varied across the building, they look forward to it. I have so many people say, I'm following you on YouTube. I subscribe to your channel. I didn't even know I had a channel. Apparently I do now because I've made so many of these little videos. And the kids do too. I can't believe, I can't wait for the next MailChimp because I can't wait to see myself in this video. And it's only like a minute or two long, usually. So there's so much power in it. And, because this happened, now we're more curious. And so now we're curious about having more specific data and seeking out that data and getting more input. So that's great. I mean, I feel like this presentation is a little bit data light, but it has sparked so many questions for us and sort of launched us into more of like an action research. We've got the questions, now we want to be more specific in getting some data. So, yeah.
Do you worry that there might be some parents who don't have access to social media?
Nope. They all have a phone.
Okay.
If you have a cell phone, you get these emails on your phone.
How about a parting suggestion or a quick summary or something that you might recommend if people were kind of in the same position? What do you have to offer, or what you like to tell other people here that are with us today?
Right. I think the best thing that you can do is to put the story out there that you want to tell. So unless you tell the story of your school and show it in multiple ways, I mean, the power of video is very powerful, and the power of pictures is that's huge. If you don't do that, they'll make up their own story. And so it's just a matter of what story do you want out there. And I think we all want a story of that your school is a really great place and that it's safe and that parents and community members are welcome, because when tax time comes around and the vote is up, you want people to be like, wow, I love this school. I want to support this school, not only with time, but with money.